I'm gonna go ahead and try to give my honest review on this desk organizer. So this is what it comes like. It comes with all the pieces. It kind of reminds me of like putting together a puzzle. Has picture instructions on how to put it together. So I'm gonna see how easy it really is and if I can actually figure this out because I am honestly, I'm horrible at putting things together. So I'm gonna see how intimidating this really is. Overall, it looks pretty simple, but we're gonna find out. I have to say, I definitely was not expecting the instructions. I will say these instructions aren't the greatest help, so I kind of ditched the instructions. However, I will say the picture on the box has been the biggest help. I am literally just following the picture on the box. So far, this is where I'm at right now. It was a little confusing at first because there's two sides. So you want to start with this left side right here, or that's my recommendation, and then just slowly work your way over. Once you get the hang of it, though, it's actually pretty quick. You just pop these in to these little, it's like a little puzzle piece, but it locks it in place, and it's actually very like secure once it's in. You do have to use a little bit of force to really get it into place. And then once it's there, though, it's really nice. It is secure. I feel like this is going to be a super, like, honestly, like a super effective organizer that's pretty darn budget friendly. I will say, I think what I did mess up on is I probably should have put this in first just to get that extra security. But other than that, make sure you are putting these in the right direction. I would highly recommend just making sure that when you're putting it together, you're following the pieces where you're not going to get stuck and have to like try to wedge one into something. That is my only recommendation. Like right now, I'm a little bit in a rock and a hard place because I do have to kind of fit this into a spot that I probably should have started with that side first to begin with. So just make sure to kind of look at the pieces and see which one would go together quicker and easier first in order to give yourself the best outcome. Okay, so we are all done with it. I have put it together. Definitely, I would follow the picture on the box or look at the picture on the actual listing site versus the instructions. I will say the instructions are not so great, but that really is the only caveat that I would say is my only like con on this product. Overall, they were super kind to send this to me. I'm absolutely loving it. I think this is a really great like organizer. It's budget friendly. It's easy to put together once you get the hang of it, and honestly, it's wipeable. It's not one of those organizers where you're like, I've had like wooden ones where it's really hard to wipe it, or if once it starts falling apart, it's really hard to clean or like fix. This I feel like is going to be pretty sturdy, pretty easy to clean. Technically speaking, I could take it apart if I wanted to. If I didn't need it temporarily, I could probably take it apart and store it. It has a lot of options, so you could obviously do this both ways. I chose to have it slanted. You probably could have had it going straight as well, but I have a little flat part here, a little slanted part where I could put like mail or envelopes, kind of a little variety of whatever I wanted. Nice flat part here also for envelopes, or I could honestly put whatever I wanted in here, which is the best part for my like personal opinion. I do realize I did put on this back piece upside down, and I'm just now seeing that and noting it, so I am going to have to fix this back piece, unfortunately. But honestly, it still went together pretty good. Still looks pretty darn secure. I have all these paper organizers, which is great. I can use this for organizing like taxes. If you work in an office, this is really great. It's lightweight too, but it's like sturdy. So it's not flimsy. It's not falling apart. It's not like, I don't feel like it's going to fall to pieces. And it's honestly quite nice for a desk. Like push it straight up against the wall. It's a perfect organizer for your desk or whatever you're needing it for. And I feel like it's honestly a nice aesthetic. Like it doesn't look like, it looks nice. It's aesthetic. It's clean. It's not bulky. It's not overdone. It's just very simple, modern, and simplistic. So overall, I would give it a 10 out of 10, other than the instructions. The instructions I would give a 0. But other than that, I think everything is really nice, high quality, it's budget friendly, and it's definitely worth having a nice filing rack if you're looking for something that's going to hold together well. That's honestly super easy to put together as well. And that has just a very simple, nice modern look. So I would give it a 10 out of 10 and highly recommend it to you.